Well, is money not good enough for him? Let's begin. Now yesterday, Nigel Farage put out a video in which he said that recently his bank contacted him saying that they want to close down his account without a reason. So understandably he complained, to which he was told that it was a commercial decision and that a letter would be following in the post which basically said the similar thing if I remember rightly. But what is actually quite worrying is that every other bank account he's tried to get are also not accepting him. Now surely, I could be wrong, but banks shouldn't be able to be politicised, should they? If a person wants an account, surely the banks should just be interested in their money. And whilst a lot of you may think, what's the problem? If you think about it, in this modern day and age, you're kind of screwed without a bank account, aren't you? Because let's face it, we seem to be rushing forward to a cashless future, don't we? I mean, certain companies such as Pizza Hut, for example, from what I remember, don't actually take cash anymore and would expect people to pay with their debit card. Without a bank account, of course, that's kind of hard to do. Even public transport, it's often easy just to go boom like that with your card and you can get on the tube and places like that. So without a bank account, or indeed a debit card, it is going to be extremely hard for someone to remain in the UK, isn't it? And that seems to be what Nigel is presumably thinking from what he was saying. But why should people be pushed out of the country which they're born in because people or companies or organisations or whatever refuse to accept their custom? It's surely a person's right to have a bank account. Now, unfortunately, Nigel hasn't actually named the bank yet, but if they succeed, I mean, who knows how many other people could also face a similar fate and getting their accounts closed and may find life very difficult to survive in this country because of it. If for whatever reason they dare to express an opinion of their own and go against the government line or whatever. It just seems so wrong in my opinion. I mean, we're not China, are we? And I would have thought that people would have a right to a freedom of speech and to say what they actually think without fear of being cancelled, although obviously since 2020 that seems to be taken away with us with every passing month. Unless of course you're one of those eco-idiots out there or lefty lawyers or whatever. They seem to be allowed to have, I don't know, beer and a curry night, where the rest of us, if you want cake, kind of a bit screwed. I really do hope that Nigel does find a way of opening a bank account and staying in the UK, because people should not be forced or bullied into leaving the country which they want to live in. I'm not talking about all those illegal boat people out there. They shouldn't even be in the country at all if they haven't passed our points-based system. But for someone who is born here, they should have the right to live here for as long as they want to, without fear of being kicked out via the back door by removing their ability to bank. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Nigel is actually quite well off financially, so surely, presumably, any bank would want his money, especially considering the savings rates at the moment. But no, of course not. It just seems like every company out there seems to be having a political opinion of their own, regardless, of course, if it affects their organisations. But in my opinion, this is actually quite worrying and could lead into a very slippery slope into some sort of new cancel culture without, unfortunately, any way back. So if they do succeed with Nigel, it just makes me wonder who could be next. In fact, it could actually end up being me or you, the average Joe on the street, who I don't know might have wrote a Facebook status that the bank didn't exactly agree with. I mean, it just makes you wonder where it'll ever end. Anyway, I should be back very soon, so make sure you click that subscribe button down there so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you in the next one.